Start our practice with getting just a nice tall spine, rolling your shoulders back. Good. And then find your chairs. And we'll begin just a sweet practice today of practicing the pause. So we talked about joy, like how joy is different than happiness. Happiness, you need something. You need something tangible. You're happy when you get a gift. You're happy when you get a new outfit. You're happy when you get a car, right? That kind of happiness needs something concrete, and it's also fleeting. If you've ever noticed, you can think about the many, many, many gifts that you have gotten in your life, and you don't even think about them anymore because over a little small period of time, they just, yeah, then you want the next thing, right? Joy is in us, it's within us. We are joy. That's part of our nature. And so just tapping into that is what we'll do a little bit more of today. Yeah. So finding the joy most of the time, almost all of the time, you find it when you're in the present moment, right? When you're thinking of something in the future or anxious about something in the future or past, that's gone already. And that hasn't even happened. It's usually when you're in the present moment, almost always. Yeah. And so, we're going to practice the pause today, just practicing pause, little pauses. And when we do that in our day-to-day life, that's when we can become, quiet, relaxed, and that's where we find the joy. Yeah. So let's just start with shaking the body nice and gently. Just wave your arms. You can close your eyes and wave your arms above your head. Just as a reminder to do whatever feels good today as we do our practice, taking care of yourself, right? I just said that earlier, just when we take care of ourselves and resolve our problems, then we can resolve and help solve the problems of the world outside of us. Yeah. And now relax the arms onto the lap. Turn your palms up on your lap. Eyes closed if they aren't already. Good. Lifting the heart slightly, lifting the head towards the top of the ceiling, just getting a gentle, tall spine, not overstretching, overstretching, but just nice and comfortable. Good. And let's take a cleansing breath in. So breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. With a sigh. And again, breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Putting a little smile on our face. As always, smile kicks off endorphins in our brain. Again, whether we feel like smiling or we're sort of faking it. Yeah, that's okay too. Good. And we're going to tap into some Ujjayi breath, and we're going to notice the pause at the top and the bottom of the breath. So Ujjayi is a slight restriction of the back of your throat. Feels like you're fogging up a mirror when you breathe out. Yeah, and you can sort of hear that whooshing sound up and down the back of your throat. And if that's uncomfortable or challenging, you just breathe deeply. So let's take a slow breath in through the nose. And through the nose as you breathe out. Again, get that little restriction in your throat as if you're fogging up a mirror. Good. So breathing in with Ujjayi, pausing, and breathing out. And pause. Breathe in and pause. Breathe out and pause. Continue at your own pace for 3 more long, slow breaths. And again, just noticing when you stop. Just a gentle notice. Noticing as you breathe out and you stop. And on your next exhale breath, just relax the breath. Relax your fingers. Bring that little smile back if it left. Good. And then again, with your eyes closed, just reach your arms out into and up, or however they're comfortable, and just start to move your arms around like you're in slow motion. Almost like you're one of those wind chimes, or yes. And just feel the temperature of the air, just reminding ourselves that we're so much more than just this physical body. We are energy. We send energy out all the time. We receive energy from all over, all of the time. And then relax your arms back down onto your lap. You can bring your palms down now. Yes, good. And when you're feeling ready and complete, gently flutter your eyes open. Yeah. The more we consciously tap into that, I am more than just this body, and our mind is not in our head. Our mind is all around us. Yeah. And so when we send out thoughts, those become energy, right? If we send out negative thoughts, then negative thoughts come back. It's sort of like quantum physics. Yeah. And again, so practicing this, you can like practice it. Like sometimes practice sitting there for a little while, and then thinking of somebody in your life and just really thinking about them for a little bit. And the more you do that, all of a sudden you get a phone call and it's them, or a text message and it's them, or you see a note that, found a note that they had left or something like that. And that is the communication that we have with all things around us. Yes. And as women and as mothers, if you were or are, we have that little bit more, right? We just have that as the matriarchal people, humans on this planet. Okay, so let's start to move the body a little bit. So as we move the body, when we move a little bit, when we walk a little bit, when we practice just gentle yoga, it is a way for us to sort of process excess cortisol. And cortisol is that hormone that we make in our kidney area, right at the top of our kidneys, when we're stressed. And it keeps us in fight flight mode, right? That is not healthy, right? So that's why just moving the body around, side to side, every day, and walking a little. It doesn't have to be anything grandiose. That's great if you do that, but it just that little bit of movement every day helps to work out that excess cortisol that builds up. Because when excess cortisol builds up, we feel anxiety, tension, right? And it's, dis-ease. It creates dis-ease. Yeah, good. All right, and come back to center now. Come back to stillness. Find your posture. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, turn your head over to the right, nice and slowly. And when you get to your range of motion, pause and take some breath here. Yes, just taking it to what's comfortable for you. And as you exhale, relax, turn your head slowly back forward. Good. On an inhale breath, slowly turn your head over to the left now. And pause. And breathe. And exhale, slowly come back to center. Good. Take a breath in. As you exhale now, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Your head is forward. Yes, chin is forward. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. On an inhale breath, slowly drop your head back just a little bit. Yes, making sure that you stay comfortable here. Just stretching the neck, different places. And next time you exhale, bring your head back forward. Good. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, drop your head down towards the floor. Yeah, just getting into our neck. It's important to just stretch the body from head to toe. Inhale, lift the head back up. Take your right hand to the side of your head. On an inhale breath, press into your feet to lift your head back up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, drop your head over to the other side. Relax your shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Now, as you breathe in, tip your head back so you start to sort of look up towards the ceiling. And take a few breaths here. Yes, it should be easy to breathe. If you ever struggle with breath, that means you've gone too far. As you exhale, bring your head back forward. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly drop your gaze down towards the floor. And breathe through your nose. Yes, nice long breaths. Good. And then slowly bring the head back up. Good. Take your left hand now and slowly lift the head back up. Good. And roll out the shoulders here. Good. All right. And then let's do a little face massage. I mean, you know, we deserve a nice facial this weekend. Yeah. And so just as if you have bangs and you're just taking your fingers and lightly brushing your forehead. Good. And then taking your pointer finger and your thumb, bringing it to the inside of your eyebrows, gently pressing in and drawing your fingers to the outside of your eyebrows. Yeah. So this also helps the sinuses. Our sinuses are situated around our eye socket here. So opening those up. Good. And then now taking your peace fingers of either hand, bringing them between your eyebrows and making tiny little circles. Feel free to close your eyes here. Just igniting that third eye, that intuition. Again, I believe as women, mommies, we have deep intuition. And then reverse circles. So this, I mean, everyone has intuition. We just have to pause. Good. And then relax. Relax your arm down. Roll out your shoulders. Now we're going to take our fingers again and we're going to go underneath our eyes. Yeah, if you have glasses on, you can either work around them like I am, or you can take them off and just set them on your lap. Good. And then we're going to take our fingers and grab the top of our ears and pull up your ears. Pull them up. And relax. Take the sides of your ears and pull them back. Take the lobes of your ears and gently pull them down. Going back to the sides of your ears, try to make big circles with your whole ear now. Yes. And then reverse. Good. Now taking your fingers, opening your mouth slightly, finding that where TMJ is, that jaw, and fishing around in there for any tender spots on your jaw. And just make little circles with your fingertips, sort of digging in and trying to and releasing that tension in the jaw. Good. And now taking your hands onto your neck, giving yourself a nice massage, the back of your neck. Good. And release your arms down. Take your right arm, slide it up across your body to your left shoulder. Find that muscle right between your neck and the top of your shoulders, that trapezius muscle, and do a little digging in there for some tension. And just massage, do little circles. Hey, I am tight today. Yes. And just invite yourself, your body, to release any tension that might be there. Yeah. It's an invitation to say, okay, relax. All right, and then pause, take a breath in. And as you exhale, just as if you're throwing away all the tension, release that right arm. Take your left hand across your body, onto the other shoulder, the right shoulder. Find some tension there. Notice if there's a difference. That was a little bit tighter on the other side, but also finding some tightness in this side. Good. All right, and then we'll take a pause, take a breath in, and exhale, release that tension. Let it just throw it away. Yeah. Hands back on our thighs. Yeah, good. All right, and then relax your arms. Good. And then bring your shoulders forward and up. As they come up, press into your feet and exhale back and down. Good. And forward and up and back and down. And one more. Again, giving tension, any tension, the opportunity to just let go. Pause. And now reverse, go the back way. Just notice where you might be holding tension. Maybe today you feel pretty open, pretty smooth. Yeah, that's good too. Good. And one more. And release. Yeah, and shake it out. Flop up, flop your fingers around. Good. And we're going to extend our arms forward. We're going to cross our wrists. We're going to bring our palms in towards each other and interlace our hands with our wrists crossed, if that's comfortable. If that's not, you can just interlace without crossing. Good. So arms are about in line with the shoulders. Get your nice posture, your nice tall spine. And then slowly draw your hands, glide your shoulders forward and your hands, and then glide them back. Pause. Glide them forward. Feel that stretch in your upper back between your shoulder blades, and glide them back. And one more. Just pausing between and back. Good. And then take a breath in, and as you exhale, relax your arms down. Good. Relax your arms, let them hang. Do some baby little circles to release any tension here. Good. All right, and then we're going to scoot forward in our chair, bring our legs into a little bit of a V shape, just a little wide. Yeah, good. Hands on our thighs. Good. On an inhale breath, you're going to lift your chest, slide your hands to the top of your thighs, reach your elbows back. And as you exhale, slide your hands forward, drop your head. And you can hold onto your knees and just gently stretch your spine to the back of your chair. Then relax, press into your feet, inhale, start to lift the body as you slide your hands back, reach your arms back. If there's space behind you, you can bring your palms behind your hips on your chair. Stretch a little bit further open in the chest. Maybe take your gaze and look up to where the ceiling meets the wall. Just opening up your heart chakra, your thymus, your thyroid gland, your throat chakra. Exhale, relax. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Slide them down one more time. Drop your head. Stretch your little spine gently back. Good. And press down and slowly come back up. Good. And now we're going to take our legs just a little bit wider apart, opening up our hips just a little bit before we stand up. Yeah. So nice tall spine, shoulders gently back and down. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Hinge forward a little bit. Yes, you can start to feel hopefully stretching in your inner thighs. Then press down and slowly come back up. And then exhale, hinging forward. And inhale, press down, come back up. And one more time. As you exhale, come forward. Keep your head above your shoulders for now. Good. If it's available to you, bring one elbow and the other. I just really like this stretch. It's so simple and very productive for us. Heels and feet pressing into the floor. You can look down towards the floor. Yeah. If you want a little bit more stretch, you can press your elbows into your inner thighs and open your inner thighs a little bit more. Yeah. Or not. Good. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, just let the head fall forward to where it's comfortable. If you have the crown coming down towards the floor and it feels like too much pressure, then lift the head up and find a couple breaths here, getting a nice inversion, getting blood flow to the brain. Good. 2, and for 1. Good. And now keeping your head where it is, slide your right hand onto your thigh, slide your left hand onto your thigh, press down into your hands and your feet, slowly bring your body back up, nice and slow. Yeah, good. And relax the shoulders. And heel, toe, your feet back to hip distance apart. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit for our feet here. So we're gonna, you can't really, I don't think you can see my feet here. We're just going to extend our legs into a little V. Just make it comfortable here. Yeah. And then you're gonna point your feet, your toes down and lift them up. And point them down and lift them up. And point them down and lift them up. And then you're gonna do circles, just little circles with your toes in one direction. Good. And then circle in the other direction. Good. And now slide one foot back and the other foot back. And you're gonna toe heel your feet to hip distance apart, so about 4 to 6 inches. Now getting into our calf muscles. We wanna keep those muscles stretched and strong. Yeah, especially for nice days now, back to our sunshine, walking, yes. And it also, the calves actually pump blood up into our upper body when we're using them. So we're gonna slide our right foot back and slide it as far back as you can without lifting the heel. Yes, the right heel. So you won't go as far, right? And you start to feel that stretch in your back of your ankle, that Achilles area, and your calf. Good. Get a nice tall spine. Good. See if you have some space to go a little bit further, but if the heel starts coming up, you stop. Yeah. And then gently pressing into that right heel, into the floor. Breathe. Yes. Good. Finding some nice stretch here. We've been doing this a few times in our classes now. So the first time we did it, I was so tight in my calf. And I'm feeling like I can go a little bit further back now. Yeah. Good. Take a breath in. And exhale, relax, and slide your right foot in line with the left. And now we're going to take the left foot and slide it as far back as you can without lifting that heel. That's the challenge. Yeah. Good. So heel is planted. That left heel is on the floor. Good. Find a nice tall spine, shoulders back and down, gently pressing into the left heel. And breathe into that left calf, as if we're sending oxygen into that left calf. Yeah, good. So good for us. Yes. Keeping our tendons and ligaments stretched and supple. Good. And relax. It's also really important for our tendon. Now slide your foot next to the right. Good. And now lift your heels up and then lift your toes up. Again, just getting some strength and movement in the feet. Yes, pumping even while we're sitting. You know, if we end up, having to sit a lot, if you are, convalescing from something or whatever, you can still get that blood pumping, even if you're sitting in your chair, by using these calf muscles. Yeah, good. And relax. Good. All right. So we're going to make our way up to a stand. You can feel free to stay in your chair today if that's where you're at and that's what you feel like. Sliding your heels back slightly, hinging forward. Good, a little bit. And now we're gonna, on an inhale breath, we're gonna stand up. We're gonna press down into our heels as we inhale and almost feel your chin lifting the body up. Yes, okay, so take a breath in, let it go. On an inhale breath, come forward a little more, press into your heels and lift your chin. Let your head guide your body to your stand. Good. And then coming to the back of your chair, here you can just scoot it forward, keep it available for anything that we might need to Hold on with a little balance. Yeah, good. That chair is a great prop for us. Good. So just shake the body, move the body, roll the shoulders. Good. All right. So I remind you all the time, if you're feeling a little like, stuck, not, but put on some music, your favorite music. It can be classical music, it can be rock music. You can go see the Michael Jackson movie and just have, you know, uh, that kind of music playing, but it helps to raise your prana energy, right? Put on music you enjoy and hum through it. When you're sitting in your car, just hum away. The humming sound helps to relax the central nervous system. Yeah, good. All right, and come to a stand. So many easy little things to do to keep your prana energy flowing, to keep your chakras open and moving. When things are stuck, our chakras stuck, it affects us emotionally in our mind. And so just moving around, again, easily playing music, deep breathing, ujjayi breath, all of that stuff, that just helps us to feel better. And this is the practice, our practice reminds us of that. That's why they call it a practice. Good. All right, feet slightly apart. We're going to do the breath of joy. We're going to give ourselves some love and a hug. Yeah, good. So softening the knees. On an inhale breath, straighten the knees, reach your arms out just nice and easily, lift the heart and look up. And as you exhale, start to bend the knees again a little bit, and then bring your arms, giving yourself a hug up on your chest here and dropping your head. Good. Inhale, straighten the knees, lift up, open up your arms, look up. Just as if the grace and blessings are raining down on you, because they're there. Just accept them. Exhale, maybe the opposite arm on top. Give yourself a nice hug. Soften the knees, nice and easy. Inhale again, open up, look up. Good. Any kind of back bends are energizing, and they're heating, and they're opening. Yeah, and then curl in again and soften those knees. And one more big breath in. Look up, open your palms up towards the sky. Know that there's something big out there that is taking care of you, each and every one of us. And exhale, curl in, give yourself a hug. Yeah. And then take a breath in, exhale, relax your arms down, slowly straighten your knees, bring your body up, roll out your shoulders. Feels so nice, right? Self-care is so important. My favorite thing to do is give myself a neck and shoulder massage a couple times a day. Bringing the legs a little bit wider apart if that's comfortable for you. All right, we're going to get rid of our tension in our body with our side to side, right? You take a breath in, exhale it out. Good. Now an inhale breath, go over to one side, breathing in through the nose, and exhale out the other side through the mouth. In, out. In, out. Now if you want, you can tap the arm that's going back, tap your kidney area there. Again, this is a great way to get rid of that excess cortisol. When we get stressed out, when we watch things that upset us, when we get bad news, our cortisol level shoots up. Yeah. So this is a way to get rid of that excess. The only reason why we need cortisol is to run from the tiger, to save our life. That doesn't happen all that often. And one more. And slowly come back to center. Yeah. I mean, our cortisol is, and then bringing your feet slowly back to hip distance apart. Our cortisol shoots out when we're in danger, and that's all. And so, yes, we need it to run, right? All the energy goes out to your legs and your arms when the cortisol is up. So then our digestion, our heart, our everything in our body, our detoxification, that all sort of shuts down. because everything's out here, right? So when we're in tension all the time, our digestion gets all wonked up. We're not processing toxins. We're not, breathing deeply. And so that creates, again, this feeling of dis-ease in the body. Yeah. So that, yes, getting rid of the extra cortisol. That's what we're doing. Good. All right, shake it out. Okay. So you may or may not need your chair here. We're just going to do a little gentle bouncing, right, for bone density, right? And also for our calves. This is a really great little exercise to do for getting the blood pumping and getting bone building going on. If you have vertebrae that are like severe osteoporosis, just do this very lightly. Keep the knees soft. So we're just going to do that. We're going to lift the heels and drop the heels. Yeah. You can add your arms if you want. Keep your head lifted and above your shoulders. You don't want your head down. That's creating too much tension on the spine. Yes. So just up and down. This is also strengthening the thighs, the hamstrings. Yes. Calf muscles. Good. And that vibration that we're making with dropping the heels is sending a signal to that area of the body, the osteoblasts, to build more bone. Yeah, good. But again, if you have a compromised spine, just, lift a little bit. Don't do too much. Yeah, good. And relax. Good. Again, how easy is that? And that's so good for us. Let's shake it out. Shake it out. All right. Coming to our mountain pose, nice tall spine. Good. And let's just start to move the body side to side. Good. So this is strengthening hips, opening up that hip joints areas. Good. Just gliding side to side here. And you can do it tiny, you can do it smaller, you can do it bigger. Good. Now to practice a little balance, you can kick back if you'd like. Yeah, bringing a little more movement and strengthening into the glutes and the upper legs. Good. Just moving the body, getting the heart rate going just a little bit. Yeah. Good. And then coming back to just a light little tap side to side. And then relaxing, coming into your mountain pose. So shoulders back and down, palms forward, kneecaps lift, tailbone tucks down, chin back just slightly. Feel free to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Let the heart rate come back down to normal. Yes. Relax the body. Let's take a breath in and let it go. Good. Practice the pause. And then slowly let the eyes float open. We get into this rhythm of life, right? Where we go from one thing to the next to the next. And sometimes that needs to happen. We need to get things done. But just, have that as your mantra this week. Practice the pause. When you start to feel that tension coming up, it's like, hold on, can I just stop for a second? Can I close my eyes? Can I take a couple deep yogic breaths and then continue on? So beneficial for us. Yes, good. Finding that balance. Good. All right. Getting into our little spine a little bit more here, stretching. So again, find your nice tall mountain pose. Good. On an inhale breath, reach your arms out and up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, stretch your fingers up. Maybe even look up slightly. Stretching the spine nice and long. Good. And then on the exhale breath, bring your head back forward. Bend your hand, take your right hand onto your left wrist. Yes. And now guide your fingertips up towards the sky. Good. Take a nice big breath in. So arms are about in line with the ears. Relax your rib cage. If your ribs are poking out, relax your rib cage. That brings that spine back into a good posture. Take a breath in. As you exhale, reach the left hand up and exhale, reach up and over. Knees are gently soft. They're not locked. Good. And you're just reaching that right arm up and over towards that left arm, up and over towards the right. Press down into your left foot and feel and breathe into that left lung, the left rib cage, the left hip. 2 and 1. And then inhale, slowly come back up. Good. Gently release your wrist and exhale through bent elbows. Bring your arms down. Once you get about halfway, notice your shoulders. Take a breath there. Exhale, relax your shoulders to let your arms float all the way down. Good. And then roll out your shoulders. Release that tension. Yes. Give those shoulders the opportunity to just release the tension. Good. Now we're going to go to the other side. So inhale, reach the arms out and up. Again. And then clasp your your right wrist with your left hand and nicely stretch your right fingertips up as high as you can. Yes, sort of that left hand is guiding that right hand up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, notice your rib cage. As you exhale, see if you can relax your rib cage. Good. Another breath in. And as you exhale, reach that right arm up and exhale, bring it over. Not very far. Just stretch it long and then lean over. Good. Now breathe into that right rib cage and hip. Press down into the right foot a little bit more. And breathe. Again, if you can't breathe deeply, you're overstretching. So modify, come out of it a little bit so you can find your breath. Yeah, don't need to overstretch. Good. Now on an inhale breath, slowly press into your feet, come back up. Exhale, gently release your wrist. And as you exhale again, slowly let your arms float down, mindfully allowing the shoulders to be relaxed. Yes. Good. And roll out the shoulders. Good. And let's just shake it out. Move the body. Yeah. Good. Might feel nice. We're going to do one more little gentle twist for the spine. So in all my yoga classes, we move the spine in all 6 directions, forward and back, spiral side to side, and left to right. Yeah, good for a little bit of movement. All right, we're going to start by taking your right hand onto your left shoulder. Hello again. Give yourself a nice pat. You've done a good job with your life this far. Yes, you have. Good. Relax that right arm. Good. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just start to turn over at your waist, over to the left. Good. If it's available to you, you can bend the left elbow and bring the back of the hand onto your sacrum or that kidney area there. And then turn and look as far over your left shoulder as is comfortable for you. And breathe. So it's a little challenging to deeply breathe when we're in a twist, a little twist, but give it your best. Yeah. As you breathe in, let the belly relax. As you breathe out, draw the belly in. One more breath. Good. And as you exhale, relax everything. You can release, slide your left hand down the back of your glutes, release it. On an inhale breath, bring the body back forward. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, just get rid of any little bits of tension that are still there. Yeah, good. We're going to take the other hand, left hand onto right shoulder. Good. We can set ourselves up here with our right hand now. You can bend the elbow and just bring the back of your hand right around that sacrum here. It's sort of like a support for your low back as we go into our twist. Yeah, take a breath in. And as you exhale, knees are soft, start to turn over to the right. Again, feeling that turn at your waist. Look with your gaze over to the right as far as you can. And find a couple belly breaths here. Breathing in, belly rises. Breathing out, belly relaxes. Pausing at the bottom and the top of your breath. Next time that you breathe out, relax. Good. Slowly bring the body back forward. Release your right arm down and out. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, just let go of any tension. Yeah, good. What we think is what manifests. So I'm just noticing, I'm feeling tense today. I'm feeling negative today. I don't want to do that. It doesn't feel good for me. So notice that. Notice how where your mind goes, and that it goes to the negative. And it just, I mean, again, in our society right now, it's just, we're so conditioned to go right to the negative. Somebody starts talking negative about something and you get on the bandwagon, right? You don't really want to do that, right? I mean, you can listen to the other person. You don't have to debate. You can just listen and move away, or add something that you want to add to the conversation. And that, again, is a practice. Yeah, we're so used to getting in on that. Yeah, I know what you mean, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like doesn't feel good. And it's not sending the right energy out. It's sending that energy out there. That's why everything is so strong in the negative, right? Because the negative is so loud and so often. Yeah, and relax. Good. All right, we're going to come to a little bit of a forward fold here. Good. For our, again, getting some blood flow to the brain. So I want you to be mindful of your back as we do this, right? So feet a little bit wider apart, soften the knees. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you can send your hips back, hinging at your hips. Good. Just come to where it's comfortable for you. Now the options for the hands are, you can take your hands onto your thighs, right above your knees, or in the middle of your thighs. Yeah, take a breath in. As you exhale, if you want to slide your hands down a little further on your legs, if that's available to you and it's okay on your back, that's fine. If you want to, on the next exhale breath, relax your head down, coming into sort of a ragdoll pose here, a forward fold. And if you're wanting to tuck your tummy up a little bit and let your arms hang, that's also an option. If that feels like too much on your back, bring your hands back to your legs for support. And breathe here. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Pausing at the top and the bottom. Being easy with the breath. Yes, good. And again, if you're feeling like this is uncomfortable, your breath is a little ragged, just modify. Come up, bring your hands to your thighs, or bring your hands back to your waist and your body up a little bit. You decide where the comfort zone is. Yeah, good. Okay, now on the next inhale breath, if your arms are hanging, bring them to your legs. And we're all going to start to walk our hands slowly up our legs. Keep your head down. Once the body starts coming up a little more and a little more, and chest is up, shoulders are up, then lift the head. Yeah, take a nice breath in and let it go. On an inhale breath, gently reach your arms out and up. Just sort of this little star shape pose. Yes. Good. And breathe. This victory pose. And exhale. Victory to the mind and release. Victory to the kind and gentle mind. Yeah, good. And now bringing the feet back to hip distance apart. Move and shake however you want to shake. Good. All right, we're going to do a little balancing pose here, the tree pose, before we sit down. And then, whenever we're doing a balancing pose, it's beautiful for not only our strengthening our body, but it's also good for bringing us into the present moment. And again, that is where joy resides, is in the present moment. Yes. And so as much as we can get ourselves into just being right here, the more joy you'll find. Yes. All right. So having something to hold on to, nice tall spine. The posture is really important in your balance, right? When our weight is shifted over to one side, or if our head is or shoulders are forward, we're already off balance, right? And more propensity to trip, fall, have aches and pains in places because it's a habit. That's what we do. So this nice tall posture helps us to relieve pain and joint stiffness and aches, right? Just practicing good posture as much as we can. So shoulders back and down, head forward, head situated right above the shoulders. It's not forward. Good. And then sliding the weight into the inside leg, closest to your chair, bending the outside knee. Good. And finding that now full, it's also really good for bone strengthening because about 90% of your weight is now on this inside leg. Yeah, good. If it's available, it's available on this left hip, you can turn or the outside hip, you can turn the knee out. Bring the bottom of that outside foot to the inside ankle of the standing leg. Good. Chest is lifted. Keep that posture. If you're feeling pretty stable, a little bit of wobble is okay. That's, tiny little muscles deep inside working. If you want to bring your hands into prayer position at your heart, you can try it. Your chair's always there to hold on to. Good. And again, a little bit of a challenge for yourself is good. Now tucking the tummy in and up. Good. If you want to reach your fingertips, your tree branches up towards the sunshine, reach them up. Yeah, good. And balance. And again, if you topple out, that's okay. Just come back into the pose nice and slowly and gently. And coming back. Good. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, you can lift your gaze and look up towards the stars. Yeah, they're still there. It's just that the sun is a lot brighter than the rest of them, so we can't see them right now. And breathe. Yeah. Just because we can't see something doesn't mean it's not there. Good. And now coming out slowly. So bringing your palms together, bringing your hands to your heart. Good. And then releasing your hands. And now relaxing, gently releasing that leg back to standing next to the other and shake it out. Nice work. Good. Were you thinking of anything else while we were in that pose? Probably not. And if you were probably toppling out a lot. Yeah. It's so important to remember that just because we can't see something, it's not that it doesn't exist, right? That's the philosophy of yoga. Something big, some big energy is out there all the time, wanting to take care of us. Yes. And so having that faith is just comforting. Yeah. Other side. So same thing on this side. So first finding your posture, shoulders back, nice tall spine, head above the shoulders. You can even find a spot to stare at. It's called a drishti gaze. Yeah. And now doing your best on this side. So bending that outside knee, inside leg is engaged. We're not just dumping into that hip. The thigh is engaged, the glutes engaged, and that inside leg. If you want to bring that knee out and bring the bottom of the foot to the inside of your ankle, or whatever you did on the other side, if you went up to your shin or your thigh. Yeah. And first find your posture, find your balance. find your breath. Tell yourself in your mind, I got this. I am stable. I am strong. Yes. Tucking the tummy in and up, that gives you some support. If it's available to you, hands into prayer position. Yeah. And again, little wobble is okay. That's good. You're challenging yourself. Yeah. Even one finger on the chair is a challenge. Good. If you want to reach your fingers up towards the sky, stretching up, sometimes that helps the balance even. And find your breath. And good. And if you want more challenge, you can lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Yeah. And breathe. For 3. You've got this. For 2. For 1. And now releasing your hands back down together into your heart. Good. Release them all the way down. Release the leg, your tree leg. And come to a stance. Good. And shake it out. Good job. Nice strengthening. Nice, nice, nice. Focus. All right, let's make our way back to our chairs. So standing in front of the seat of your chair first. Good. And let's take a nice breath in. Pause and let it go. So notice a lot of times in yoga, we pause between each asana, right? Just to reboot, to reset. Yeah. Take a breath in and exhale, send your hips back. As far as is comfortable for you. Another breath in, exhale, reach the hips back. You can find your chair with your palms and send your hips onto the seat of your chair. Good. All right. And relax. Sitting at the front of your chair here, a little bit further, front of the chair. Yeah. All right. Let's take a nice big breath in and let it go. Good. We're going to just get a little core work done before we go into Shavasana. So we're scooted forward in our chair. Good. We're going to lay your hands onto your heart. This is also a really nice thing to do for yourself. If you're feeling sad or down or lonely, just like do this. If you're going to bed, just do this for a little while. Feel your heart, hold your heart. Yes, it's so nice and lovely. Good. Many of us live alone, so it's really nice to give yourself a hug or just feel your heart. Let's take a breath in, look up to where the ceiling meets the wall. Now, as you exhale, tuck your low belly in, about 3 inches below your navel. Draw it back to your spine. And then with a straight spine, start to lean back. Almost like the top of your shoulders are trying to touch the back of your chair. Yeah, good. Let's come to where you're pretty comfortable and breathe. This is very difficult to continue your deep breath. Yes. So all the work is 3 inches below your navel. That's where you're holding yourself up. Yeah, if it's too much, come up a little bit. If it's too much on your neck, tuck your chin down. 2 more breaths, you've got it. You've got it. On an inhale breath, press into your feet to slowly bring your body back up. Great core strengthening. Everyone, release your hands, shake it out. Good. Let's take a breath in. Let go of any tension that you might have picked up there. Good. And we'll make our way into final relaxation. Good. So sitting back into your chair. Nice, beautiful work today, everyone. Good. So you want your back supported. You want to get yourself nice and comfortable. You want your feet flat on the floor. I like palms up on my thighs. Yes, make sure you're comfy and close your eyes. Good. All right. So let's just take 3 gentle breaths with pausing between as we start to relax. So taking a breath in, pause, And breathe out. And pause. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. One more at your own pace. As you exhale, relax your shoulders. Eyes are closed. Body is still. Gentle little smile on the face, relaxing all the muscles of your face. Feel your arms heavy, your fingers relaxed. Your heart soft. Your belly's relaxed. Your hips are heavy. Thighs relaxed. Hamstrings. Calf muscles. Your feet. Your toes. Whole body relaxed. Whole body relaxed. Relax. Notice how you feel. And know that this practice takes you closest to your true nature of joy and peace. And feel free to remain here for as long as you'd like. Should you choose to slowly come back into the space and time, take a breath in, pause, and breathe out, and pause. And slowly start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. You can sway your body, just gently waking yourself back up. Smile on the face if it left. Brought yourself to this beautiful practice today. And then finding stillness now. Bringing your palms together in prayer position, resting your thumbs onto your heart. And take a nice big breath in, feel your heart, fill it up. And as you exhale, relax your forehead to your fingertips, relax your shoulders. And we'll close practice today simply with this. Faith is realizing you will always get what you need. Yeah. When you're feeling ready and complete at your own pace, you may gently start to flutter your eyes open as you lift your head. And I thank you all for coming and taking care of yourself today. Have an amazing, beautiful rest of your day and weekend. Namaste.